Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So it is Wednesday, guys, and it's around 3:35 in the afternoon. And what I'm going to do is get my pork roast ready to go into the oven. That's what we're having for dinner tonight, stuffed garlic and parsley pork roast. Now, what I'm going to do is let me get the parsley out. I'm not going to put this in the oven yet. Not till about probably 4, another half hour. But I have these leftover potatoes. I'm gonna cook them in with the pork. But I'm still gonna make mashed potatoes because we like mashed potatoes and gravy with it. But I'll put some of these in there and I don't know, get them used up. So what I'm gonna do is I normally always put fresh garlic, stuffed fresh garlic. I chop it up and I make like an olive oil with fresh garlic and parsley in a bowl, and that's what I do. But I don't have a lot of fresh garlic, so I'm going to use part fresh garlic and part minced garlic. That's what I'm going to use today, so because that's what I have. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is on a paper dish, so I don't have to dirty a dish, I'm going to, this is what I do. Let me cut up some garlic. This garlic isn't even the best right now, to be honest with you. That's not good. This isn't good. There's a few that aren't good. So I'll just put these ones that are not good to the side. And this is good here. Now I don't want to use all my fresh garlic up. So, where's that knife? So I'm just going to use some. I used this earlier for something else. So I'll just rinse it off. I'm going to take a couple of cloves out and put back in here. This way I have a couple of cloves for the rest of the week because I'm not going to the food store until Friday or Saturday. So, yeah. So I'm going to cut these up. This one still have the skin on it. Yeah. Sometimes I buy these without the skin, and sometimes once in a while there's one with or two with some skin on it still. That's all right. Nobody's perfect. All right, so I'm going to cut these. Oh, there's another one. See? Another one got in there. Snuck in there with the skin on it. Probably done by a machine, and you know, machines aren't perfect. So I'm going to cut these up fairly small. If I had my little chopper thing that broke a while ago, I would use that, but I don't have it. Every time I go to Dollar General, that's where I get it. It's like $10, $12. I always forget to get it. Or you can get it at Walmart. You can get it anywhere, really. Shopper even has it. A little chopper. But it's more money, of course. But it's that little electric chopper. God darn it. Can't afford to lose any garlic. Another piece of skin. I want these fairly, like I said, fairly small. That up before Cooper eats it because garlic is not good for dogs, you know. Garlic and onions. If they have a lot of it, they can get sick, really sick from it. All right. I don't even know if I need any of the minced. I think I have enough here for the... I don't even think I need to add any of my mince. I think it's plenty, as long as I don't drop it. Because that's like something I would do. All right, guys, so I have parsley here I'm going to chop up. I'm going to put that in with the garlic and olive oil and some seasonings. And then I'm going to stuff it into the pork roast. This is curly parsley. I always buy Italian parsley. They didn't have any, so I bought the curly, which is fine. Not my favorite, but you cut it up small enough, and it has a very, very strong parsley flavor. I think even more than the Italian parsley, which I happen to like, really. So I might start buying this again, and then just, you know, buying this curly, and then just mixing it a little bit with the other one. So I really like the potent flavor of the parsley that it has. All right. That should be good. All right, so what I do is mix it up with some olive oil, some salt, some pepper, some... If you hear somebody laughing, it's my husband. He's watching a movie, and he has headphones on, so he can't, you know, he don't know what's going on. All you do is you hear him laughing. Onion powder. I'm gonna leave that out because I'm gonna also season the pork roast itself with it. Garlic powder. And I am gonna put, where is it? I'm gonna put a little bit of Italian seasoning in it. Why is this in here? It's not, that's empty. I don't even know what that's doing in here. I'll put some basil. Where's my thyme? I always have it. I always find it when I don't want it. But I want to put a little bit of thyme in here. I like the way thyme tasted on pork. I always find it when I don't need it. I'm telling you, I always find it when I don't want it. When I'm looking for it, it's Italian seasoning. When I'm looking for it, yeah, it ain't gonna show up. Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that it? I think it is. That's it. Time. Here we go. Just a little, not a lot, because I don't want it to overpower it. So then what I do is mix it up. Like this. Smells so yummy. A little bit more garlic powder. And onion powder. And I'm gonna dump some of this garlic. It's kind of garlic oil in here. Has some of the minced garlic in it. Nice flavor. Some sea salt. All right. Now let's get the pork roast in here. All right, now like I said, this is not a very big pork roast because I made it small because it's only me and my husband most likely. Told my son I'm making pork roast and he's like, oh, I don't know. So he never is crazy about pork roast. Why, I don't know. I don't know. All right. So now this is what I do. Where's that little knife? I know I kept it out purposely. Here it is. My little paring knife. What I do is I take it and I make little holes as far as I can go down, and then I stick my finger in like this. I think pork roast, my garlic stuffed pork roast, was the first video I ever made years and years and years ago. God, 10, 15 years ago. And I have the video, but I can't get it over to the new YouTube. It won't let me, because I don't know my information, so it won't let me transfer those videos over. So yeah, so that's a little lost and gone. But yeah, that was one of my first videos. So I'm just sticking my finger down as much as possible because I want it to go all the way down. It doesn't always get all the way down there, but that's my attempt because I want the whole piece to have kind of that garlic and parsley in it. So this would feed 3 people, like 3 normal people, maybe 4. Really, 3 or 4 people that eat like me and my husband, because he doesn't eat as much as like my son eats, and he eats more than me because his sleeve was done 25 years ago. So he definitely eats more than me, but still he eats, you know, not a whole lot. He eats a nice amount. So just make as many holes as you want. That's what I'm doing. Just keep sticking my fingers in there. I get to spread the holes out. And this is how I do it. This is how we do it. So I just plop, plop, and plop. And you got to be able to get your clean hands in here, guys. Make sure your hands are clean. And just stuff the garlic down like this. As far as you can get it down there. Because you want all that flavor in there. So each hole, just go to each hole. Push the garlic in there and the parsley. And get as much as you can in the holes. And as far down as you can. And then, whatever we have left over, we're going to rub all over the pork. Now, this isn't going to take long. This is probably going to take about 45 minutes to 50 minutes in the oven, 375 oven. And don't overcook it. Take it out. If you want to check it earlier, take it out and check it. It just has to be just white, or even if it's a little pink, it will turn white once you take it out. If it has a drop of pink in it, I would say it's done, because pork you got to be really careful with. If you overcook it, it's disgusting. Been there, done that, do that a lot with boneless pork chops. Why? I don't know. It never works out for me. Bone-in pork chops come out always, usually 95% of the time, come out amazing and tender. But for some reason, the bone-in, I always seem to have trouble with. even when I'm so cautious and cook it like slowly and watch it and don't overcook it. You know, think I don't overcook it, but I guess I don't take it out in time enough too. I don't know. All I know is that it's a pain in the butt. But pork roast usually always comes out so well. And this pork roast is from Sam's Club. They have the most amazingest pork roast. Guys, if you have a Sam's and you're a member, try their pork. I'm telling you, the fresh pork, so yummy. So I'm just gonna put more, shove it in there, in each hole. Try to get each hole that you got, as much as you can get it in. It's not gonna be perfect. It's just not. In here. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rub this like this all around it.
Oh, yeah, it's not garlic. Garlica.
You have to belch on camera.
This is real life, Linda.
I'll give you real life.
Oh, yeah? You threatening
So
me
I'm
again?
just rubbing it all over, guys. Rub it into the pork.
What's that supposed to be up there, Shorty?
Rub it into what?
The pretzels.
I can't reach it. He thinks he's funny.
Yeah, you're funny.
So I don't want to lose any of this, so I'm just going to try to... Then I'm going to rinse my hands off. Then I'm going to season it. I'm going to season it with some salt and pepper, some garlic powder. And it has to be seasoned, even though the garlic and stuff is seasoned. And then this is going to go into a 3. It's 4 o'clock, so Billy likes to eat early, so... And I'll put it in now. I'll set the oven up. All right, so garlic, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put these potatoes in there. And then we'll make mashed potatoes too. I made these the other night when Julie came over, and there was so many. A drop of olive oil. Season these up a little bit. It's going to be a very garlicky meal. Put this over the top. And there we go, guys. Here we go now. All right, so I'm going to set the oven to 375. And as soon as that is, ready, the oven, I will put that in and time it for like 50 minutes, and we'll check it and see. And then, you know, I'll make some mashed potatoes. I was thinking of putting some carrots in here too. Give me a second. I have a minute. Peel a couple of carrots. I'm the only one that's going to eat the freaking carrots in this house. You know. Nobody else will eat them. They'll eat them if they don't know they're there. Gotta use up some of these carrots anyway, so. I'll do 3. Thirsty. that I didn't even know this, but my daughter told me this, that when you buy those baby carrots, the baby carrots have processed stuff in them. I didn't even know that. I just thought they were just carrots that they picked as babies. No, they're processed, which I didn't even know, because she was saying these are much better for you because they don't have all the processed stuff in it. I couldn't believe that when she told me that. I was like, oh my God. And these carrots, flinging all over. These carrots are a lot cheaper than the baby carrots. They used to be like 79 cents, maybe 99 cents. Now they're like $1.40 or something like that. They're $1 something. Not as cheap as they used to be. Because of the way this freaking world is. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to do one more. Because I love carrots and I will eat them left over. Lately I've been, with the sleeve and all that, I've really been eating a lot of vegetables. Sometimes I get the D word from them. It goes right through me, but I love them and I still eat them. And, I just have to eat them in moderation and not go crazy. If I have a little bit at a time. But I graze now, so I'll go in the refrigerator and, take a couple of carrots, or I'll take a couple of olives, or I'll take a couple of pickles, stuff like that. So I don't eat a lot at one time. Unless I, binge, which I don't normally do. I'm not even washing these. I don't care. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to cut them up. I'm going to cut the ends off. No, I want to cut them fairly thin because I want them to cook in an hour. So, woo! So I'm going to cut them like down the middle, like that. I want him to cook quickly. I don't want them thick. Whoops. All right. I'm just going to put a little salt and pepper on top of the carrots. So they have a little seasoning. And the oven's ready. Alexa, set the timer for 55 minutes. Alexa, set the timer for 55 minutes.
55 minutes, starting now.
Those potatoes are done already. Some of them were a little hard, so it's fine. But they won't overcook. They're going to be nice because they were a little firm to begin with when I took them out, when I originally cooked them. So it'll be fine. So there. So we got the potatoes. I'm going to make mashed potatoes, like I said, and gravy. We have carrots. We're gonna make a can of corn for my husband. And that's dinner tonight on Wednesday. Nice pork roast. Really good. This I'm going to save because right now I'm out of Ziploc bags. What was in here? Oh, the pork roast was in here. No, I really can't save it then because it's yucky. It has pork stuff in it. I'm out of Ziploc bags. I'm out of paper towels, guys, and there's no funds until Friday. There really isn't. So we'll make it and do what we got. And that's fine. We can live without Ziploc bags. We're out of Ziploc bags. We have, we ran out of paper towels, but my husband had this downstairs. He got on where we bought it somewhere at one time. So we had this in the basement. So we'll just use that. We have dish towels. You can live without paper towels. You can live without paper dishes. You can live without napkins. You can live without all that. So we're doing great. So let me throw this out. This is the stuff that I wanted to, that I was thinking about saving and putting towards, no, I'm not going to save it. I'm going to throw it out. Because I'll never use it. I'll never use it. All right. That's cook it up. Put all the stuff away. This is garbage. This is all done here. Put this away. This I'm gonna save because I'll use it for something. I know I will. This goes in the fridge. And my husband will say to me, why are you saving this jar? Do we really need to save this jar? And I'm like, yeah, I do, because I utilize it. I use it for something. I use it for something that I make homemade or, you know. So yeah, yeah. We have to save it. All right, guys. I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, so I just checked the pork roast. It's been in a little over an hour and it's just about done. I'm gonna take it out in a minute. I'm going to make the gravy. So what I did was I took some of the pork juice out of the pan and I put it in here. I'm gonna add one of the packs of the brown gravy. I added some water, like a cup of water. And I'm gonna add this to that, season it up with salt and pepper. I'm gonna make that package of mashed potatoes that I have, instant mashed potatoes, and that's it.
That's it.
And that's it. Oh, I think I'm gonna, if I make corn, will you eat it? You want corn? Okay, I'll make corn. So I'll open up a can of corn and we'll have, what? Awesome. We'll have the corn and the mashed and potatoes and the carrots and the corn. Billy will have some carrots. He will.
A lot.
Yes, you will.
Oh, a lot.
Some salt.
Huh?
I said salt.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Look at it. Oh my God, so weird.
I heard that.
I know, you were meant to. Garlic. A lot of garlic in this meal. Looks like we need it. Onion. Let this simmer for a little while. Now I'm gonna take the pork out. I'm gonna take the pork out of the pan and put it on the cutting board, and I'm gonna leave the the carrots and the potatoes in here still, because the carrots have a little bit longer to cook. So that pork is definitely done because I already checked it. In here, and let these cook a little bit longer. And when the gravy's done, I'm gonna get the corn. And when the gravy's done, we're gonna eat. Look at the pork, guys. Look at the pork. So good. Now, I told you, take it out when it's a little pink, and it has a drop of pink. We tasted it. It's amazing. Tender as it could be. So good. I'm just gonna cover it lightly. I'm not gonna, just gonna like that. Let me get a can of corn. Looks like me. Whoops. Look how far we come, my baby. Glad you listen. I'm gonna put the corn right in the microwave. And I like ShopRite, my local food store. I mean, I think you can get it at the other stores too. I'm pretty sure. But I like they have these, the bowl in the basket. They also have extra crispy, which I've seen it in the other, like in the name brand too. But yeah, I saw it there and I was like, oh, let me get the extra crispy. I like crispy colon. I really want to get to the farm before, like by this weekend, because I want to see if they have any corn on the cob, because I'd like to get like a dozen and then freeze it, you know?
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be possible, but. Alright, so put a little salt and pepper on this, and then some butter. And what I got to do is got to boil 2 cups of water. This I'll put after the mashed potatoes because they're not going to take very long. So that just has to go in the microwave, and I'll boil 2 cups of water. Mashed potatoes, yeah, 2 cups. Boil 2 cups. Heat water. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's 1.5 cups of water. I usually do 2 cups for the other ones. This is 1.5, so I'm glad I looked. Oh, because you're putting milk in this. Usually they don't call for milk. Heat water and butter to a rapid boil. Remove from heat. Oh, okay. Wow. I'm glad I looked. So 1.5. What am I doing? 1.5. There we go. 1.5. And then it's 1/2 cup of milk. Now I'll put this in, and then We'll cut this, guys. Oh my God, that looks so good. That looks so good. The gravy is boiling away. They said I bet. Let's taste it and see if it needs anything. It needs, I need to learn how to wear an apron because I just dripped it all over my shirt. Look. Yep. Mmm. Sometimes I'm a mess, guys. I'm gonna put a little basil in there. I feel like it needs something. It needs something. Some sea salt. Wipe this a little bit. I'll put stain stuff on it. Yeah. Look how far we come, baby. Now took a long way. I bet we'll get there someday. They say, I bet. Let me get the milk out so I can put the milk in. Yeah, that's done. Okay. They said, I bet. Oh, you know what? I have this bowl here. Use this bowl. So what we'll do is I've never used this brand before. I don't think I've ever used Betty Crocker. And then we'll put milk. I'm literally just gonna eyeball it. Putting a piece of butter in there. About half a cup of milk, so I'll just do this. Give this a mix, and then I'll put it aside, and then I'll cut the pork. Pepper. Salt. And I'll see if it needs a little bit more milk. If it does, we'll add a little bit. Yeah, I think it does. That's good. Good. All right. I'm gonna put a little salt in the sea salt in there. I'm gonna shut the gravy off and just cover it. And let's get cutting. What did I just drop? Oh my God, Linda, really? Mmm. So good, guys. Look at this. Look at that. Perfect. That is so good. I'm a righty, so I usually cut the other way. But I'm showing you guys. Look, see? You see the garlic and the... I'll show you. The garlic and the parsley. See? Yum. Oh. It's cooked perfectly. I'm telling you, perfect. It does have a little pink, and that's okay. You can, pork can be a tiny bit pink. Not, you know. That's when it's gonna be moist. If I would have left this in for another 10 minutes, it would come out and it would be overcooked. It would. Yummo. So good. The pork from Sam's, guys, is amazing. So tender, it's like cutting itself. I'm not even kidding. We like it nice and thin. I just can't help it. I can't help tasting it. I just can't. So good, so moist. There's no dryness in this whatsoever. The garlic, I mean, you have to like garlic. If you don't like garlic, fresh garlic, you know, if it bothers your stomach, if you just can't have it or you don't like it, use garlic powder. Season the parsley and garlic powder. Or if you don't like any garlic at all, don't put garlic in. Put onion powder, put other seasonings. You know, Italian seasoning, basil, thyme, all those other seasonings. If you're not big on garlic. Onion, you know. If you can't have garlic. But garlic, ugh, God, I just can't live without it. Can't live without it. Woo! Now, this was a small pork roast. We're definitely going to have a lot left over. But this is delicious on sandwiches. And it will be eaten. But I probably could have made half of this. I'm telling you guys, it's hard. It's hard because you know, you want to have good food. Next time I'll make a smaller one. But we'll utilize it. If I have to, I'll freeze some of it. Give it to my daughter, give some away. And hopefully Frankie will have some of it. So good. He'll usually eat it. It's not, you know, I don't know what his problem is. Let's get the thing. So you know why? I want to get all the flavor, guys. All this juice right here. All that pork juice. Look at that. Yum. Oh, all that garlic. And I'm gonna get the pan out now, and I have more juice on that pan, in that pan. Bill, we're gonna eat.
Okay. I'm ready to eat.
I'm gonna shut the oven off. There we go.
Is it a Yellowstone kind of night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just adding a little water to this.
Yeah, just a little.
So what I'm gonna do now is,
Looks like me.
God. Please no singing.
I shouldn't sing while you're on tape, because somebody might discover me
He's a funny one.
and steal me away from you.
Yeah, you've been saying that for
And
years.
I'll become a big star.
That he didn't
I didn't pursue my singing career because of you.
pursue his singing career because of me and his kids. I don't know, guys. I think he's full of poo-poo.
I gave up my lifelong dream
He's
for
full
you.
of poo-poo.
For you, I gave it up.
Look at that, guys. Oh my God, look at that.
Can I see it on a
Does
plate?
that look amazing?
Thumbnail! Let me get out of your way.
Yeah.
Thumbnail! Put your head lower.
Zip it. Don't tell me how to do my
Now
thumbnails.
on your way.
Move!
Move. I was moving. I was
Okay.
dancing.
Alright, we're gonna eat, guys. I'll be back with my plate. No, we know I don't want to get applesauce. I wish we had cranberry sauce. We don't. I have applesauce in there. I like that with pork roast. All right, guys. So here is my dish. You can look closely. I got some corn. I got some pork. I got some applesauce there. A couple potatoes. Some carrots. I'm gonna pick on this probably for 2 hours. Cause you know the sleeve. I have to eat very slow and very little. Anyway, guys, this is what's for dinner tonight. So excited, guys. Let me turn this around. All right, guys. So I'm going to go eat now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because when you subscribe, it really helps my channel grow. And I so appreciate it. Hit the notification button with that bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload a new video. Like and share. Comment down below. Thank you so much for coming into my kitchen with me and creating. I love you guys. Trying to get to that 2,000 subs, so hit that subscribe button and that notification button. Love yous. See yous on the next video. Bye.